So we are creating codes for simple scatter plots. For that, we will be creating two vectors. First vector is x1 with value of 1 to 10. Let's execute this command. And second vector is the squares of the vector 1 that we created. If you want to check the values of x1 and xy, so these are the value of the vectors x1 and y1. Now we are plotting the graph. So it is scatter plot. So scatter plots are used to build a relationship between two vectors or two variables. So we will be we will be building a relationship by plotting the vectors. The simple command that is used to plot the graph is plot, and within the bracket you will give x variable comma y variable. So x-axis, it is the x1. So we are taking x1 on x-axis and y is y1. So you can see the graph. It is a basic graph, simple graph, wherein x-axis is x1 values and y1 is the y values. Y-axis is the y1 values, and you can see there is a positive relationship between x1 and y1. The plots are going upwards as the value of x1 increases, y1 is also increasing. Now we will be changing the line type. So we have plots here, points here, you can see. Now if you want to check what are the different line types in plot, you can do question mark plot and help will be provided from R, wherein you can see there are all the aesthetics and types of line. So for P it means it is points, for L it means lines, for B it means there will be points and line both. So there are different kinds of types of line you can use. If you use N, there will be no plotting at all. So let's go to the command, and we will be taking P here as a type of line wherein the points will be plotted. So we are already with points here. Next, I am taking type as L, that is lines. Let's execute, and you can see a line has been shown instead of points. If I am taking B, so B means both. So there is point and line. So the line joins the points using the B command here. Now I am adding line width, color and size of the point to my command. So till here it is same. Now I am adding line width. I am saying it should be 1 and color should be red and CEX. So CEX will increase the size of the points. So I am taking B here, which means both line and points will be showing on the graph. So let's execute it. So you can see the color has been changed and the line width is 1. So it is the default size. Now we'll increase both. We will increase the line width to 2 and the size of the points to 1.5. Let's execute it, and you can see the color has been changed because I have mentioned blue color here. So color has been changed and size has been increased and width is also increased. Similarly, one more command is there with line width as 3 and color purple and CEX, that is the size of point is equal to 2. So it is bigger in size now. Then there is limits. So what are the limits of axes? So there is y-axis and x-axis, and you can see the limits here, or the default limits that has been set is to 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and similarly here. So now I'm changing the x limits to 0 to 10. So it is already 0 to 10 here. If you want to change it, like I want here till 20, and x limit should be 0 to 100. So I am keeping it same and I'm changing limits of x1. Let's execute it. So you can see the limits has been changed to 20 here, but you can see the graph is not very attractive because the limits are much more than the values available to us. So you should take the limits according to the variables you are having in your data set. Next, I am using mtcars data set, and I will be plotting weight and MPG and showing the relationship between both of them. So I am giving the command plot to build a scatter plot. Within the bracket, first is the weight, then there is MPG will be on y-axis, weight will be on x-axis, color will be blue, and PCH. So PCH is the type of symbol that I want with which the plots will be done. Next is the size of the plots. Let's execute it. So you can see it is the circle here. You can see because I have taken PCH equal to 1, that is the type of symbol that I want. So next, if I change this, like I take 3, so you can see the type of the symbol has been changed to plus. Similarly, you can take it to 25. There are 25 kinds of symbols. So I have taken the 20th symbol here, and size of the point is 1.5. If you want to view the graph on a bigger scale, you can press zoom here. It will give you a full view of the graph. Next, in next command, I will be adding labels to my graph. So now what are the labels? So I will be giving names to my x-axis, y-axis, and to whole graph. That will be the title name. So the command is same here. Okay, in this command, first add labels so that you can see what are the changes. So empty cars weight and empty cars mpg on the y axis. Color I want is blue. Next is the PCH. So PCH is the symbol of the type of symbol that I'm using. I'm using 20 and CEX equal to 1. That is the size of symbol. Now I am adding labels to my graph. So I want X label. For that command is xlab. I want name as weight. Then Y label. That is the X axis name. I want mpg for that, or you can say mileage. Okay, and then I want the title of my graph. So for that the command is main, and I want it as weight versus. Let's execute this command. So you can see the axis has been named x as a weight and y as mileage, and the title has been given as weight versus mpg. Now I am adding when you are creating a scatter plot, what you also can do is you can add multiple dimensions to your plot. How can you do that? Till y axis it is same, that on y axis I am taking weight, on x axis I am taking weight, on y axis I am taking mpg. I am coloring my points based upon the cylinders, and I am giving the size of the symbol types as gears. So you can see there is if you want to check how many gears are there, you can see empty cars $gear. So there are 3 kinds of gear, that is 3, 4, 5. And if you want to check for the cylinders, so there are 3 kinds of cylinders. So there will be 3 kinds of symbols and 3 colors to plot weight and mpg graph. And I'm giving labels as weight, mileage, and the title name. Let's execute it. So you can see, let me zoom it for you. There are 3 symbols used here. One is square, then there is cross, and there is a plus sign here. And 3 colors has been used. So 3 size, 3 colors based on cylinders, and 3 types of symbols based on gears. So how many? So as of now, I have used 4 dimensions. So weight, mpg, cylinder, and gear. You can also add one more dimension to CEX. What will happen is, if let's see if I will add AM here. So AM is the automatic transmission, the transmission, if it is automatic or manual. I'm adding one more dimension to my graph. Let's see if there is any change. So you can see the numbers, the plots, they are reduced because because of the CEX here, AM. There are only 2 types of AM, that is automatic or manual. So the points has been reduced accordingly. It is not giving a proper information to us. So let's give the actual CEX value here. Now I will be adding a fit line. So fit line is the regression line that I will be adding to my plot. It will give me a relationship. For that, the command is AB line. Within the bracket, the regression statement or the analysis is the LM formula, which helps us to build a linear model. Within the bracket, it is the dependent variable and the independent variable. So based upon weight, I am predicting mpg, and color that I want for my line is red. So you can see there is a straight line showing a downward relationship between mileage and weight. So as the weight of car increases, mileage is decreasing. Next, now I am plotting weight to MPG graph and adding legends to it. For that, first thing I am doing is I am checking the cylinders, gears and AM values, the count of these variables. For that, I am using lapply. What will it do? It will give me a list of the variables with and giving the formula, that is table. So you can see there are 3 types of cylinders, 3 types of gears and 2 types of AM with the count. So there were 32 cars in total. So 11 types of car have 4 cylinders, 7 cars have 6 cylinders and 14 have 8 cylinders. So similarly for all the variables. What will happen, why I am doing is because I will be giving legends based upon these counts. Let's see how we will be doing that. First, I am building a plot. So the formula is plot. I am giving the empty car weight as X value. For Y, I am using MPG. I am giving 3 types of colors here. I am not saying color it according to cylinders or gear, but I am giving 3 colors here, and I will be giving 3 types of symbols here and 2 types of size here. Then I'm giving X label as weight, Y label as mileage, and main, that is the title of our graph, as weight versus mileage. So why are we doing this? We are giving 3 colors, 3 types of symbols and 2 type shapes, 2 sizes, because we want to give legends according to color and size and shape of the symbol. Let's execute this command and see what our graph look like. So you can see there are 3 shapes with 2 different sizes with x-axis and y labels and title of our graph. Now let's give the legend. So legend is the content, table of content, which will help us to know which color is what thing and which variable. For that, first legend is on top right. So you can give the position where you want your legend to be present. This is the position. If you want to see what all command aesthetics are there in legend, so just question mark it and you will see the help. So first is the X. These are the legends, position that you are giving to. Then there will be the name of the legends that you want. Then there is size and shape that you want for that legend name, and title. Title will be the name of that whole content. So if I execute this command, you will be able to understand it better. So you can see there is a legend added to my graph with a title as cylinder and mentioning the colors. So black one is the cylinder 4, red color is cylinder 6, green one is cylinder 8. Next legend I am adding for the gears. You can see I have used 20, 21, 22 here. So I am saying the size of the shape of the legend should be from 20 to 23 and title is gear. Let's execute this command. And you can see the squares are gear 5, circles are gear 4, and the small black circles are gear 3. Similarly, for automation, I am saying on the top, I am adding a legend on the top of my graph, and the name would be auto and manual. I will be giving 2 sizes here, 2 symbols here, 20 and 21, and the size will be 1 and 1.5. As you can see, we have taken here, and title is TX type. So there is a small, you can see in the graph there is small circle and the big circle. Similarly, for automation we have taken the small ones are automated cars and the big ones are manual cars. Next, there is pair plots. So what do pair plots do? For comparing multiple variables dataset in one graph, it is a matrix or graph or set of multiple scatter plots. So we are building multiple scatter plots in one graph. For that, I am taking 3 colors here. I am making a vector for that so that I can use it in my command easily. I will not have to give a big command. These are the codes for the color that I will be using. You can take simple colors as orange, green, red. I have given numbers, so it will be a shade of color. Next, the command for using pair plot is pairs. Within the bracket, I am saying plot empty cars, wherein the size, the shape of the symbol should be a 19th one. Size of the symbol will be 0.5. colors, I want them according to the carb. So I am taking these three colors, but according to the carbonators that we use in empty carb. Let's execute this command. So you can see there are multiple scatter plots that have been plotted, and comparing them are easy. So there are 11 variables having different graphs comparing the values. So the first graph you can see here, it compares cylinder and MPG. Then there is MPG and displacement comparison, and cylinder and displacement comparison. So there is multiple scatter plot comparison. It is an easy way to get a quick view of the data set.